Tonight on Newswatch 18, an argument escalated into a stabbing at Frederickson Court apartments yesterday. Stay tuned to find out what happened and the status of the victim.
Greek Week is almost upon us, and we have the inside look at preparations of one of the week's most popular events.
And get a first-hand look at what goes on behind the scenes at your favorite Cyclone athletic events. All that and more tonight on Newswatch 18.
Live from Studio B, this is Newswatch 18 with Natalie Froistad, Tessa Callender, and Tim Holmes Sports. Newswatch 18 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch. I'm Natalie Froistad.
And I'm Tessa Callender.
An argument at an on-campus apartment led to a stabbing yesterday afternoon. Frederickson Court resident Billy Tong and SUV resident Liping Zhang got into a heated argument Wednesday evening after Zhang reportedly came into Tong's apartment to retrieve some items. Although the pair did not previously know each other, they somehow got into a heated verbal argument that escalated out of control. Tong contacted Ames police, claiming he had been stabbed by Zhang. When police arrived, they found that Tong had multiple stab wounds in his back, along with lacerations on his neck. Zhang admitted to the stabbing and is being held in the Story County Prison. Tong was admitted to Mary Greeley Hospital, but is expected to make a full recovery.
Greek Week is fast approaching, and ISU TV's Drew Norton and Rachel Malone took a closer look at one of the week's more spirited events.
The Iowa State University Greek chapters celebrate their community each year. Greek Week will be held next week. This year's theme is, "We may stand out, but we never stand alone." The entire week is filled with service activities and competitions. One of those competitions is lip sync. Sororities and fraternities pair up to compete in Greek Week events. Alpha Gamma Delta, Beta Sigma Psi, and Beta Theta Pi make up one of the competing groups. Kelly Cole is one of 5 co-chairs for this pairing.
All right, lip sync is about a 2-month time period, and you start off when the co-chairs write a script, they pick songs, they think of characters, and they put that all together to then make up dances. So there's dances that tie into your skit. So it's a skit with dances, and then there's a big finale, and you try to incorporate the Greek Week theme. So you have something that everyone relates to, and you have fun things like a random dance move that everyone's required to do, and also a random sound that you have to incorporate.
The 13 competing groups will perform at CY Stevens this coming Tuesday for first cuts. 5 groups will make it onto finals the following Friday.
I just think it's so much fun, and you get to know so many people that you maybe wouldn't have known otherwise. Like, we're neighbors with our pairing, and I didn't even know any of them until we started lip sync. So you get to know a lot of people in the Greek community, and it really ties the Greek community together because you're paired with different people every time.
For ISU TV, with Rachel Malone, I'm Drew Norton.
The lip sync final cuts will be held next Friday at CY Stevens Auditorium.
Pi Beta Psi and ISU Dance Marathon teamed up to raise money for the 2012 Dance Marathon and the Children's Miracle Network through their Shake Your Noodle pasta dinner. The event was held at Pi Beta Psi last night, and for $5 a ticket, you could get a plate full of pasta with your choice of sauce. The event even featured an encore presentation of the 2011 Morale Dance. Shake Your Noodle was attended by several hundred people and raised over $1,000.
Every year since 2006, the VISHA Committee holds a day to give students the opportunity to give back to the Ames community. This Saturday, the annual VISHA Service Day will take place in collaboration with Stash the Trash to help clean up around the Ames community. Shifts range through the morning and afternoon and last about 3 hours, with a free lunch being offered to volunteers. The number of volunteers has been increasing for the last 3 years, and last year there were about 900. This year, they will be expecting 1,100 volunteers or more. If you are interested in volunteering, online registration forms can be found on the Iowa State VISHA website.
Cyclone fans may not think about all the hard work that goes on behind the scenes at their favorite athletic events. Alexis Eischeid and Andrew Schneider show us what all goes into the game experience.
Up outside of Hilton Coliseum for ISU athletic events. The production crew is busy preparing to create the Hilton magic for that night's game.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, from creating to loading, I would say about 4 hours on average, because there's just a lot of content to create, a lot of content to load. So those are the really busy times of the year. But once I kind of get in a groove throughout the year, it takes between 2 and 4 hours.
We generally arrive a couple of hours before game time, and along with that preparation, we go through our scripts. But a lot of it isn't necessarily preparation you do ahead of time. A lot of it's reacting to what happens on the court and how the fans react to different situations in the games.
Just a couple hours before the game, and making sure that you get everything, your camera powered up for this tall camera that we're shooting on here, what they call the up camera, the game camera.
One of the most challenging aspects of production is expecting the unexpected and working together to create the best possible show.
If things go wrong, well, I can't ever remember anything going wrong, but I think you can kind of sense that as a fan here in the arena, because when things are clicking and the team's playing well and our production is going well, everything seems to flow, and there's an enthusiasm and an energy here in the arena. So we hope to avoid those moments when things don't go as planned.
The crew's hard work contributes to the atmosphere, and they take pride in contributing to the fan experience at Iowa State meets and games.
I take pride whenever we like play a replay or do something on the board that the crowd really gets into.
What's important in my position is that everything is contributing to the atmosphere in the arena being as fun and as entertaining as it can be for the fans.
The more that you can get the crowd into it, the more that's going to help the home team, and that's obviously your job, is to help the home team and make for as entertaining a production as possible.
For ISU TV with Alexis Eichscheid, I'm Andrew Schneider.
The Daktronics Company isn't all about athletics. They also cover other events held at Hilton Coliseum, from graduations to conferences. So Tim, we're still seeing snow in the forecast, but I hear Cyclone football started up.
Yeah, you heard right, Natalie. The Cyclone started spring drills this past week. I'll have more details on that coming up after the break. You're watching Newswatch 18.
America is turning over a new leaf, the Smart Way leaf. Smart Way from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency is changing the way America drives. Look for the Smart Way leaf to help you identify environmentally friendlier cars and trucks. Smart Way certified cars and trucks are more fuel efficient, produce fewer greenhouse gases, and can save you money. And when you're helping the environment, it's a nice reflection on you. Smart Way, because it's time America turned over a new leaf. Follow the leaf. Go to www.epa.gov/smartway.
Welcome back to Newswatch 18. Even though it's only March, football is in the air on the Iowa State campus. Today, the Cyclones took to the field for their second spring session. The biggest question going into spring ball this year has to be at the quarterback position, where three-year starter Austin Arnaud has graduated, leaving the reins to either junior Jerome Tiller or junior college transfer Steele Jantz. Tiller has served as the backup quarterback the past 2 seasons and is currently listed at the top of the depth chart. The question mark on the defensive end comes at the safety position, where David Sims and Mike O'Connell's graduations have left vacant spots. Senior Teron Benton and sophomore Jacquez Washington are currently listed as the replacements to start camp. The 15 practice camp will conclude with the annual spring game on April 16th at 2 p.m. Iowa State senior guard Kelsey Bolte has been selected to compete in ESPN's annual college basketball slam dunk and three-point contest. The Ida Grove native is the 7th Cyclone to compete in the event in the last 11 years. Heather Azell was the last ISU contestant back in 2009 when she advanced to the semifinals of the contest. The competition will be held on the University of Houston campus and will air live next Thursday at 8 p.m. on ESPN2. Bolte was also named as one of 40 finalists for the State Farm All-American team yesterday. The 10-member team will be announced in the next few weeks. The NCAA tournament isn't even over, and the Big 12 Conference is seeing their second coaching change. Last week, Texas Tech hired Billy Gillespie to take over for Pat Knight, and this morning, Missouri coach Mike Anderson has bolted after 5 seasons to take over at Arkansas. Anderson was an assistant coach there for 17 years under coach Nolan Richardson and was the interim head coach for 2 games back in 2002 when Richardson was fired. And also the start of the Sweet 16 tonight, score updates in the early games. UConn leads 36-27 over San Diego State at halftime, and BYU a 32-30 lead over Florida with just 2 minutes to go before the half. Butler in Wisconsin, Duke and Arizona will tip off later on tonight. That wraps up sports for tonight. Let's check in with Liz at the weather desk to see if warmer temperatures are in our future.
Thanks, Tim. I hate to say it, but it doesn't look like we're going to be getting much warmer over the next 5 to 7 days. So definitely stay tuned after the break for your weather update. This is Newswatch 18.
Needed CPR. Bill Hamilton needed temporary shelter when a fire destroyed his home. During an operation, Haley Reynolds needed a blood transfusion.
Excuse me, may I go into that room, please?
Next year, revenue growth again will be a focus.
Thank you for giving me blood.
Thank you for giving me shelter.
Thank you for saving my life.
Support the Red Cross and change a life, starting with your own.
Welcome back to iState News. We're going to take a quick look at your conditions around Ames. Right now we're sitting around 33 degrees, cloudy skies. We may see a few peaks of sun or moon, depending on if the sun has set or not. Winds right around 5 miles an hour, so it's definitely starting to calm down after the crazy day we had yesterday, and even Tuesday, looking back on that, seeing temperatures up near 70 in parts of the state. For right now, though, most of the state is pretty cloudy. You can see if we go to the eastern part of the state, they're starting to clear up a bit, and that'll eventually work its way here, although not for a couple days. Temperatures right now, you can see the vast majority of the state is in the 30s, so it's definitely a lot colder than it has been. And even some of the northern counties are seeing temperatures in the 20s, so definitely colder. I know, I hate to say it because everybody wants spring to get here. Tonight, though, we're going to see snow after 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. East-southeast winds around 5 to 10 miles an hour, so definitely colder and snowy tonight. 28 degrees for the low. For the high tomorrow, we'll see some snow tomorrow, but that'll change over to rain as it gets above freezing. High for tomorrow, 38 degrees. And if we take a quick look at your extended forecast, again, that snow is going to continue into Friday and Saturday, but Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, it should start to clear up a little bit with highs right just below 40. Back to you guys at the desk.
Former Iowa State football player Curtis Taylor will be the new face of the Mattel Ken doll. He entered a competition called Genuine Ken, the search for the great American boyfriend. Taylor won over the judges by the fact that he believes in treating women with respect. He says that the best thing about himself is his smile and his happy-go-lucky spirit.
In this event, because we wanted to do a philanthropy, and then we also have a lot of girls that are in PRSSA that are interested in fashion and event planning. So we decided to kind of incorporate that. So we had a 2-week clothing drive, and then to kind of celebrate the clothing drive, we decided to have the fashion show to like kind of kick it off. And all the clothes go to the Ballard Community Clothing Pantry.
Iowa State's PRSSA held their Donate and Look Great fashion show last night in the Memorial Union to show students how to dress for a job or interview. Admission to the event was one gently worn clothing item, which the group donated to the Ballard Community Clothing